Lucian Bute versus Jean Pascal. This is supposedly the biggest fight in Canadian boxing history. Well, if the Canadians are saying it, then you've just got to take their word for it. You know, I'm not really enthused about this fight for a few reasons. And here we start with Lucian Bute, the southpaw who was unbeaten, came to the UK and defended his title against Carl Froch, only to get smashed from pillar to post in the demolition job that Carl Froch won and regained a version of their super middleweight championship of the world, the IBF portion. And I believe after that, Bute made a comeback fight and he didn't look really impressive. And now he's got this fight against Pascal. So for me, question is, if you've been completely smashed from pillar to post in a lower weight division and you're moving up, I mean, I've heard stories to people saying that Bute wasn't fit for the fight, he was injured. You're like, okay, fine, but he risked his life in that ring against Carl Froch that night, and you know, he got a real beating put on him against Froch. And you know, despite Froch being, everyone talks about Froch. Froch is not technically the greatest fighter. He can be outboxed, and he's very unorthodox though. So Bute got destroyed. Let's go on the other side, and Jean Pascal, who, you know, he's had some good fights and solid. Let's again, he's another one that got beat by Carl Froch, but a far more competitive fight. For me, Pascal got beaten by Hopkins, and if you can remember rightly, Hopkins doing press-ups in the corner against Pascal. That was demoralising as well. So both guys have got confidence issues coming into this fight. Plus, it's a Canadian fight, so there's back and forth banter. Bute says he wants to shut Pascal's mouth up. Pascal says he was surprised at the fact that Bute said this. But, you know, if I have to sway to one guy, I'm going to go with Bute. I'm going to go with Pascal. I saw Pascal's fight against Stevenson as an amateur. And people say, oh, what does that mean? Well, I know that Stevenson hits harder than Pascal. That's a fact. No, sorry. He hits harder than Bute. That's a fact. And, you know, Pascal took his blows and came straight forward and kept throwing punches. You know, and Pascal's got a great chin. So for me, you know, the question is, can Bute outbox Pascal? Pascal has been outboxed by a 48-year-old or 47-year-old in Hopkins. But Hopkins is a supreme boxer with great boxing skill and defensive talent. And Pascal can be wild. Now, if Bute can keep it tight, he could outbox Pascal in this fight. But I'm going to lean towards the guy who's physically stronger and will bring the fight to Bute. And I'm going to go with Pascal to win this fight. Mid to late rounds. You know, I think of rounds 8 or 9. I'm actually looking for a Pascal stoppage. I just think that when Pascal starts to land their heavy shots in a big fight, I think that Bute may crumble. If he doesn't, we're in for a good fight and an interesting fight. But let me know who you guys think. I think the overall betting favourite here is Pascal for this one. Because at least Pascal hasn't been smashed from pillar to post. Pascal's problem was he got beat by an old man. Well, I put that in inverted commas. Old man. And was doing press-ups. So, that's not very good for your confidence. But I'd rather that happen to me than what happened to Bute. But let me know what you guys think. I'm out.